One technique and tool that I help use with my clients is describing this resilience zone that was developed by the Trauma Resource Institute. So if you think about somebody having a resilience zone of this wide, versus somebody who has a resilience zone of this wide, if a stressful situation comes in and it's about that much, this person can tolerate the activation of that stressful situation. But for a person who has a smaller or more narrow resilience zone and this stressful situation creates activation that's outside of their resilience zone, they start to experience a dysregulated nervous system. So we can actually widen the resilience zone, and then also help people get back into the resilience zone utilizing several skills. Some of those skills that I like to include are mindfulness, this mind-body connection, and then also CBT skills by helping create an awareness around the thought process that's occurring in the mind, and providing alternative possibilities through either questioning oneself, saying, is there another reason that my husband is approaching me and wanting to hold my hand? We might bring to mind that there are other alternatives, like, oh, maybe he just wants to be close to me and that's it, not he always wants sex, and so therefore my body goes into a state of dysregulation. So we can start to question those situations. Some other techniques is creating the mindfulness or the awareness around the high activation and the resiliency zone. So we want to start building the resiliency to deepen or to widen that zone, and genuine laughter is one of the best ways to do that. So having playfulness, having fun, the big belly laughters that we love having and experiencing. We also can have other positive affects. So this is what I call building a resource. So a resource is anything that brings us peace, joy, happiness, and then starting to notice the sensations that happen inside of our body. So that's bringing the awareness on to the body sensations of joy and of internal resource. And this starts to lower the pain experience and increase the pain thresholds. So when you start to notice the neutral or pleasant sensations in the body, that helps reduce the pain experience and manage pain better. Another way to take control back is to, by using these internal resources that have been built, we also start to create new neural pathways and start to bring that neuroplasticity that Dr. Epkin had talked about earlier. And it allows us to be more flexible, more creative, and more open in possibilities, which then ultimately translates to our ability to the self-efficacy, our ability to believe that we can take control back. And this ends up undoing the negative physical or physiological responses that occur from having had pain experiences or negative emotions. Here are a list of some really wonderful options that people can use to help manage their pain. So engaging in acts of kindness, doing a gratitude journal or gratitude experiences, such as writing three things that you're grateful for at the end of the day, and doing a loving kindness meditation or listing strengths and values. And then in a broader sense or more general sense, identifying purpose and passion in life, which is something that often tends to be a challenge for women who have experienced pain because they've had an identity crisis or they're not really sure what it means to be a partner and a woman if they're having this kind of pain. And so starting to explore those areas of ways you can create meaning in life. The key part to all of these things is to notice the sensations that happen in the body as you do these activities. So as you do a loving kindness meditation, and you might experience like, oh, that feels really nice that I'm doing this loving kindness. Well, where does it feel really nice in your body? Where do you feel that sense of calm or that sense of peace? And you might just feel just a tiny little bit, but that's okay, because the more times that you spend focusing on the little glimmers of resiliency or of resource, the more and more it starts to expand.